You must have heard many stories of love. But what if the price of love was betrayal? What if someone gave away everything they had, just to see you smile one last time? Stay with me. This is the story of Elias Hale, the thief who risked everything for love and gave away his heart. London, 1847. Fog wrapped the city like an old secret, and the Thames whispered stories only the desperate could hear. A diamond, the Star of Caledon, had been stolen from Lord Evercrest's estate. A stone so rare, its disappearance shook Parliament, stirred fear, and lit fires under the boots of the Metropolitan Police. At the center stood Inspector Reginald Whitmore, the man whose career now hung by a single thread. While the elite panicked and newspapers screamed, in the crumbling alleys of Whitechapel lived Elias Hale. He was a thief, but not the kind you feared. A lean shadow in a broken coat, stealing ribbons, brooches, the kind of things people barely missed. Handsome, disarming, with eyes like smoke and a grin like sin. No family, no home, only charm and hunger. One quiet evening, fate wandered his way. A girl, Clara, lost in the wrong part of town, struggling to control her startled horse. He calmed it, his voice smooth as honey. Even the beasts bow to beauty, he joked. She laughed, a sound like sunlight on glass. He didn't know who she was. She didn't tell him. They met again, and again, in shadows, in silence, between carriages and clouds. Elias brought her stolen trinkets, cheap rings, lockets, little nothings. But to her, they were something. And she was everything. Clara Whitmore, daughter of the very man hunting the diamond thief. And she knew who Elias was. Eventually, one night he told her, not with pride but shame. "I steal," he whispered. "I know," she replied. And still, she stayed. Love, after all, asks no permission. But the storm outside grew louder. The diamond was still missing. The inspector, more desperate, more cruel. Clara watched her father unravel, yelling, drinking, frightening her mother, frightening her. She wanted to help. She had to help. And so, she lied. She told him she had a lead. A man from the streets who could find the diamond. Her father's eyes lit up like a cold flame. Together, they made a plan. Then, she ran to Elias, tears on her cheeks, fear in her voice. She told him everything. The diamond, the danger, her father. Elias didn't flinch. "Let me do it," he said. "Let me fix this for you." And he meant it. For days, he followed whispers. Begged, bled, until finally, a name, a real thief, a rich man hiding in Limehouse. Elias fought him, teeth and fists, and walked away with the diamond clutched to his chest. He wrote Clara a note. "Meet me, midnight, South Bank Bridge. I have it. For you, for him, no more hiding." She ran to her father, breathless. Told him the meeting place, the time, the truth. Reginald Whitmore nodded. "Come, I'll be there," he said. "I won't harm him. I'll just hide and make sure nothing goes wrong. We just want the diamond." But hours earlier, the order had already gone out. The thief is to be taken dead or alive. Midnight. Elias stood on the bridge, coat heavy with the diamond's weight. The air was thick. Silence. Waiting. Clara arrived, tears already in her eyes. He smiled, despite everything, all of the struggle and danger he went through, because it was all for someone he loved. "I hope this ends all your misery," he said. He handed her a small box. Their hands touched. Their eyes met. And then, the gunfire begun. Rifles cracked the night open. All shots fired with just one motive, to take the boy down. Elias staggered. He turned, saw blue uniforms rising from the dark. He looked back at Clara and smiled. No fear, no hate, just peace. He collapsed, knees hitting stone, still looking at her, always looking at her. The box slipped from her trembling hands. It opened. Inside, there was the diamond, and a note, folded neat. If you wanted my life, you could have just asked for it. He knew he was being followed. He knew that was a trap. And yet, he did it. For Clara. For love. The next day, newspapers praised Inspector Whitmore. The diamond returned. The thief dead. Justice served. But Clara never spoke to him again. She read the note 1,000 times. She carried it like a wound. She couldn't cry at the funeral. Couldn't smile. Not anymore. The boy who loved her was gone. And he never even knew that she didn't mean to betray him. She only wanted to save them both. But London never spares the gentle. And Elias Hale was far too kind for this world. Clara lived on, but not really. In mirrors, she saw his blood on her hands. In dreams, she heard his last words. And no matter how many dresses she wore, how many suitors came knocking, she never smiled again. Because once, someone died for it, and she knew she'd never deserve it. If this story touched you, like it. Share it with someone who needs to feel something. Subscribe for more. And tell me in the comments, was it worth it?